Okay, so hi guys, this is Sunny, the photographer by Naturetastic Photography. And I feel kind of obligated to do this video today because of the gay marriage win with the Supreme Court. They said gays have the right to get married in all 50 states. So anyways, I might as well talk about, me coming out and now I am a trans female, okay, I'm not gay, but I'm like a trans female. Might as well, the little coming out story, and maybe some people, if they don't agree with our lifestyles or something, they can actually pick something up and see that we're just human like everyone else. First of all, I just want to say, okay, being gay or trans, science has already proven they've done many double-blind studies. Part of the brain literally develops into the opposite sex. That happens during fetal development, and there's no changing it afterwards. Okay, so it is not a choice. It comes naturally, like attraction, and no, you feel like you're a guy or a girl. I mean, that comes naturally. So, same thing for us trans folks. And as for gay people, gays, the attraction comes naturally, just like how you straight people, you feel attracted to females or something, or if you're guys, but no, you don't ask for it. I mean, the random stiffies just come naturally, so you know very well that's not a choice. It's the same thing for us. Not everyone is born attracted to the opposite sex, okay? As I mentioned, the brain is different. So as for me, I mean, as a child, I actually always felt that I was female. Like, that just who I am. And when I was probably like 4 or 5 years old, I still remember I came out and like asked my parents for like girls' clothing. Like, I wanted like, what do you call it? Pantyhose? So, oh my gosh. But my mom just totally, we were still back in China anyways. So she was like just lecturing me like, no, that's not correct. Like, that's for girls, and she just kept insisting on getting me knee-high socks. So, I mean, I pestered her for a few days, but then he just made me feel so guilty, like that's for girls and that's not for me. So, I mean, afterwards, I've always just been really reluctant. Like, even if, like, my parents buy me something like that looks kind of girly, like, I would just reject it. And honestly, as a child, I was getting bullied for being kind of feminine because I have anxiety issues, so yeah, kids are not always very nice. Anyways, after I moved to the US, well, that was when I was 6. I mean, I never brought that up ever since that whole thing. I still continue getting bullied, but alright, well. Fast forward until 5th or 6th grade, I started feeling a really strong attraction. Well, I mean, okay. Sorry, I'm doing this in one take. So I started feeling really like I'm female. Like honestly, when I first came to the U.S., all my friends were actually female. I actually never got along with guys. Okay, because guys are just bullying me for being feminine. So most of my friends are like females, and we're since elementary school. And let's see. Well, even the more tomboy females used to bully me for being feminine. Kind of funny. Anyways, until like 6th grade, we had sex ed, and you know what? We were separated based on gender, and for some reason, I always felt that. Like, I still remember, like, I felt I just belonged in a female group back then, even though, like, we're getting, like, the same content with both, like, groups. And I felt like I should have just been with the females. I just didn't feel like I was a guy. And then junior high came along, and that's when I really had like an identity crisis. Cause you know how back then, you think like to be friends with the opposite sex, then you have to be like a boyfriend girlfriend relationship. Anyways, back then that's when that problem really started. There was actually this girl in class, and she sometimes talked to me. So I mean, I kind of want to be friends with her, but then I was like so confused back then. Honestly, I didn't feel attracted to girls at all. There was like no sexual attraction or anything. Uh, that became a bit of a problem because I just like for school, like I wanted female friends because I felt that I was a girl, and I just honestly I just moved to a new school district, so I didn't have any friends at all at that school. So that was kind of sad, and I started having an identity crisis because I don't know if I should present as a guy at school, which I didn't feel that I was, or present as a girl, but I felt that I looked like a guy, so I can't. But and I was like super confused back then. I don't like then I don't know. I got a bit of OCD that kind of set in. So during the high school years, the identity crisis and friendships like totally got into me. So I kind of dropped out of high school because the stress has started manifesting itself in like really like a lot of problems. It just started manifesting itself in like pain, somatoform disorders. So that was not very nice. But I guess around sophomore or junior year, I was still not really in school. I was actually getting homeschooled back then. But no, on the streets and things, I noticed that I just be like, oh, that guy's kind of cute, or hey, I totally hit that. Like, it's with guys, and my friends are like, they're talking about how that girl's got, a nice ass, or you know what I'm talking about. And I just didn't have that kind of feeling. And honestly, my OCD did said, and I was still like going after that girl. But I mean, I wanted a friendship back then. I just, you know. And also around at the same time, I noticed, there's something not right. I'm attracted to guys. I'm not attracted to girls. So that idea is actually just dropped like pretty fast, actually. Because I felt attracted to guys, it just came naturally. And I just never understood why I did that, because I grew up being taught that, guys are supposed to like girls, and I'm sorry, it's a really painful part of my life, and well, that dropped off pretty quickly, and well, I still didn't know what was going on, like during sophomore year, even though I was getting homeschooled, and anyway, slowly, actually starting from like junior high, I started like dressing up in my mom's clothing, and like all the time, I would just be like, I wish I could do this like every day, just be a girl. I was like so scared. I always hid that from my parents. My parents never knew I did that back then. And like when I be home alone, I just do that and just pretend to be a girl while I'm doing my homework and things. I mean, it wasn't until okay, so it was sophomore year, probably halfway through sophomore year, I was like, okay, maybe I'm not alone in this, because I always felt that um like I was alone. I was crazy for wanting to be a girl, or you know, wanting to dress as a girl, present as a girl, be a girl. I just thought that was crazy. And honestly, I started seeing therapists and psychiatrists like since the beginning of high school for a therapy for my anxiety and depression. I also have anxiety issues, so social anxiety issues. As I mentioned, the identity problems caused social anxiety. Anyways, I was like so scared because I thought they were gonna throw me in a crazy house for coming out to them and telling them that I felt that I was a girl and I like guys. Like during sophomore year, just never told anyone because I didn't know what being gay was. I didn't know, what being trans was, because I was never taught those things growing up. So anyways, I decided to Google it. I'm like, wow, cross-dressers and transsexuals. Oh. But still, even back then, like, just, I don't know, my parents still can't understand me these days. They're still, like, trying to convince me to like guys and get out of this. But I know very well it's not something I can choose. So, I mean, back then, I guess I started on a trip of, like, figuring out who I am. Mm. Like at first I thought I was just cross-dressing, but then I know I know I identify as a female. Like it's not just a cross-dresser or anything, but I honestly thought that would be easier for my parents to like accept, but not really. I knew from the beginning that I'm female. Like instead I just identified as female. I felt that I was female. So fast forward, now it's 4 or 5 years later. Yeah, slowly started to accept. At first, I wanted to say I'm bisexual because I thought straight marriages and like being straight was the norm. But I mean, now I know. Like, I don't have sexual attraction toward females. I have it toward guys. Okay, actually crushing on one of my guy friends right now. It's a little bit hard, but no, at least I know what I am. Like like literally like I'm not attracted to girls, but when I'm attracted to guys, see myself. Well, I'd rather not talk about that in the video because YouTube might flag it. But um, okay, you know very well, dirty mind. Okay. Um. So, anyways, 1 year ago was when I actually wore a skirt out, and that was so hard. I went with my best friend, the guy I was crushing on, anyways, and I don't know. I didn't know how I drove to like the other city where my friend is in to like meet up because I didn't even crash the car. Okay, like I wanted to like back out like so many times. Like oh my gosh. Let's just call him James. I just wanted to like tell James that I want to back out. Like this is too scary, but I didn't, and I'm happy because now I can wear this out without feeling that much anxiety. The anxiety is still over there, honestly, but yeah. So I have to say, coming out, it's been very nice. In fact, recently I've been considering getting my ID gender changed, and my social security changed, though. That'll happen in a few weeks. I've been on hormones for about 1 year now, and it's been nice. I guess I have some breasts coming in. Probably not. I barely have any breasts. See, hair's been growing long. This has been there for about 5 years, but enough of me rambling on. So this is So I'm not too sure where I'm going with this, but I guess in conclusion, it's not a choice. I mean, science has already proven that part of the brain is, different, and part of the opposite. It's like the opposite sex. So, and honestly, who are you to say that this is unnatural? Maybe this is nature's way of like population control. I mean, in China, Korea, Japan, and India, we could actually use a few gay couples right now. The country is overflowing right now with people. So, I mean, who are you to judge us for like not reproducing? I mean, there's a lot of people who don't reproduce, people who are impotent. Does that automatically make them neither male or female, or does it automatically make them wrong? Or there might be people who are just not born with reproductive organs. That does happen, and honestly, we're all a mix of like male and female traits. It's not like one or the other. It's everyone's a mix. So now, I don't really know where I'm going with this, but I guess this is just for the vlog. Sorry that you have to hear me rambling on and on and on. I've been wanting to do this video for a little while, but I just never gotten to it. So, uh, maybe I missed some stuff. Maybe, I don't know. Okay, well, I guess that's it for this video. Bye!